What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Comically Boston, episode 57. I'm Big Cam. Today is April 28th, 2023. First off, we're going to get into the sports. Then we're going to talk about some Cinemacon news and some shows I'm watching and some Marvel news and maybe a movie of the week. So we'll get into that. But on Tuesday night, the Celtics faced off against the Hawks again in Game 5. We should have got a W in that one, but Tatum got teed up in the fourth, and it was a very bad call. Even the guys on TNT, Shaq, Chuck, Ernie, Kenny, all said that it wasn't a technical foul, so it was a bullshit call. But Trae Young hits a deep three over JB in late. He seals the deal for them, 119-117, in a loss for the Celtics. Trae Young had 38, though, so he carried them. But we head to Atlanta for Game 6 on Thursday night, which was last night. We win 128-120, closing out the series 4-2. JT had 30 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal. JT doing his thing. JB had 32, Smart had 22, and we head to the Eastern Conference semifinals, round 2 versus the 76ers. We face them in the playoffs all the time. I have no idea why. We always are facing the 76ers, and historically speaking, the Celtics fare pretty well against them. But it should be a good series, considering that the NBA might give Joel Embiid the MVP, even though I think Mr. Jason Tatum deserves it, personally. He's played more, he scored the most points. He might not have averaged the most points, but he scored the most points in the league, it says something with the talent that we have in this league right now. That says something. And in playing the most, like if you played the most amount of games, you know, like guys should be shooting for 82 out of 82 games. That's why I respect Derek White. He hasn't really missed a game at all, like in a couple seasons, and he's a savage for that. Just want to note, Jimmy Butler scored 56 in a playoff game the other night, and this picture when the Heat closed out the Bucks in 5 is crazy. Like he's laying down on the numbers, like what's up, like oh, like that's just wild shit. And so the Bucks are out. Giannis is out, which I love because an 8 seed beat the 1 seed. And the Miami Heat advanced to the Eastern Conference semifinals. So they're going to face the Knicks. We face the 76ers. And let me check the brackets for the other team. All right, so this is how the bracket's looking so far. The Celtics just finished their first round, 4-2. The 76ers sweep the Nets. The Knicks 4-1 the Cavs. And the Heat 4-1 the Bucks. So we got Heat Bucks in the second round in the semifinals, and we got 76ers Celtics. Over in the West, we have the Nuggets, the 1 seed, 4-1 the Timberwolves. The Suns advance to the second round, 4-1ing the Clippers. Like to see KD and CP3 moving on. They are probably going to have a tough time with the Nuggets, but that should be a good series. And the rest of this series hasn't finished yet, so we have 2 Game 6s tonight for the Kings versus the Warriors and the Lakers versus the Grizzlies. The Kings-Warriors is at 8 on ESPN, and 10:30, the late games. The West Coast games are late. But Lakers-Grizzlies Game 6 tonight to 10:30. We'll see if the Warriors and the Lakers can finish out their respective series. Lots of fun happening in the NBA. Like to see some progress in the Celtics moving forward. Can't wait. Our round 2 starts Monday, and followed by Game 2 on Wednesday. So we are into May, and our 2 games will be 7:30 on Monday night and 8 o'clock on Wednesday. 2 TNT games. And then we head to Philly for 2 games, back to Boston if necessary, and then Philly 6, Boston 7. That's why the standings are important. Right, with the 1 seed out, if we win the East, we have home court advantage versus pretty much anyone we face. I'm almost positive I'm correct there. But, so we're going to have home 2 games, and we'll have home Game 7 if necessary in any of these series. So can't wait. And we'll see what the two competing MVPs can do against each other, even though I think Joel Embiid's knee got hurt the other night. So, could be good news for us. But, moving on, we had some news. They had Cinemacon this week. And some new posters dropped. Some new poster for Flash came out for June 16th. You got, Batman on back there. You got Sasha Calle's Superwoman, Supergirl. Whatever, you get what I mean. And then Ezra Miller's Flash up front. The new trailer that dropped for that looked amazing. Oh, that looked like it looks good. Like, it looks really good. And regardless of the drama with Ezra Miller, I think the movie's going to be pretty freaking good for, everyone else but him. Regardless of him. But also another poster came out for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That's coming out June 2nd. So June's going to be a busy month here. We got The Flash, we got this, we got, I think, something else in June, too. A new movie came out today that I want to go see. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but maybe this weekend will be mad rainy, so maybe I can convince somebody to go see that with me. Or maybe I'll have to do a Sunday 11 a.m. viewing, which I love, because nobody's in the theater. I just go by myself, get a quick movie out of the way. I've only done it once for John Wick 4, but it was amazing. And that's where I saw the trailer for the movie I want to go see, Sisu. S-I-S-U. Look it up. Look the trailer up if you haven't seen it, because that movie looks fire. But also some news came out from Cinemacon that Ant-Man Quantumania is finally coming to Disney Plus May 17th, so that's exciting. Can't wait to rewatch that and see Jonathan Majors. Also, can't wait to hear news of Jonathan Majors, what happened to him with that assault charge and shit. And hopefully he's not guilty before proven innocent. But that's how this world is. It sucks. Also, some new footage that came out of Cinemacon for that people, we haven't seen the footage yet. People at Cinemacon saw the footage, and from the descriptions of that footage, this sounds awesome. The initial things were like Kraven's that came out. Aaron Taylor Johnson had said something like Kraven is an animal lover, but he's also a guy that dressed up with a lion's mane, like, as a costume. So how much of an animal lover is he, Aaron? So it arose some questions, if you would, a couple months ago. But now there's some footage came out, and it's described as Aaron Taylor Johnson is in the vest as he slices up a military convoy in a very bloody fashion. Blood hitting the cameras in the trailer, and they said that he wears his classic comic book suit. And I always loved Kraven from the animated Spider-Man show when I was a kid. He just was like such a badass character. So, and I like Aaron Taylor Johnson, and hopefully he'll do it justice. I think it should be good. If his mustache is going to be any good for this role, he was in Bullet Train and he had a pretty hardy mustache going. So, and it looked good. So. And also, if you guys don't know where you recognize Aaron Taylor Johnson from, he was Quicksilver in the Marvel Universe, but he died in Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. And he was also debuted in that movie, so he debuted and died real quick. Bing, out of there. So, that sucks. But I thought he was good in that, too. So, Aaron Taylor Johnson is Kraven. Can't wait to see that. It is a Sony project. The Morbius trailer was good too, but that bit us in the ass, so it sucks. It sucks, but hopefully Sony, it also was said that this is rated R, so hopefully Sony's making some good decisions and it can embrace that rated R title and really go for it. The last thing I wanted to say about Cinemacon news, there was some images and stuff released from Dune Part 2, and Dune 1 I really loved, but just going through the Part 2 list here, you got Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, this picture of Josh Brolin, though, blood on his chest, blood on his face. I thought his character died in the first one, so good to see him back, not dead. Also supposed to have died in the first one, but clearly not dead because he's in the second one, is the Baron, which is Stellan Skarsgård underneath a ginormous fat suit, but his deep voice was very menacing. I really like Stellan Skarsgård as an actor. He's something else. He always delivers such great monologues and lines. And in this movie, he was like the perfect amount of creepy, but also like intimidating, but also fat as shit. But if you watch the first Dune from like 1964 or whatever, the Baron in that is so much worse. He's got boils and gross face and he's fat as shit. Ugh, he's nasty. This guy's nasty, but he's mostly sitting there smoking. He's in a bathtub. That's what he does most of the time. Like, so this one's a lot more fearsome, but also not as gross. We have first look at Rebecca Ferguson's the Bene Gesserit with the blue eyes. So now she's got the blue eyes of the desert, and she's got the tattoos all over her face, which is in a flashback, but might have been a future like prophecy type of a vision, if you would, from the main character, which is Timothée Chalamet. We'll get to him in a second. Another image here of Dave Bautista. I really liked his character from the first one, so if he gets a bigger role in this second one, I'd be happy with that. The only person I think won't be coming back for the second one that I really liked in the first one was Jason Momoa's character, Duncan. Oh man, that movie's so fucking good. Oh, but another image here, Florence Pugh, character that wasn't in the first movie, that's going to be in the second. She's gorgeous. I fucking love Florence Pugh. And she's also like, in any interview you ever see of Florence Pugh, she's just vibing. Like, she's just a good time, and like she just seems to have like no fucks given type of personality. And I fucking love that, for one. But we see our girl and our guy here, Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya. Don't get too close to Zendaya. We want you with Tom Holland's Mr. Spider-Man. But no, it's just a movie. But you see her in her still suit here, Miss Zendaya. She's gorgeous. Been gorgeous too since we were kids. She was acting, being talented as shit for years. But we see here that maybe the prophecy's coming true, and I forget what the character's name is, but he's like the Duke's son, and he's played by Timothée Chalamet. And yeah, he's got the blue eyes here. I really got to rewatch that movie. I haven't seen that in a while. I really like Dune Part 1 too. Oof. Go check out Dune Part 1 if you haven't. But instead of I'm talking about a movie of the week, I'm going to talk about a show of the week I've been watching. I just finished, or I'm on to the finale of season 1 of Succession right now. And that show is hard to explain to people, but it's really, really good. Like, it got the perfect amount of drama going on in humor. Like, it's really funny, but nobody's trying to be funny. They're just delivering lines super seriously, but also in this tone of being an asshole, but like being serious, like they're like, yo, fuck you, like, it's just super hard to explain. But my favorite characters are Tom and cousin Greg. And obviously Logan, Brian Cox, he's great. Kendall's not as funny, but he's got an interesting character details, if you would. He's like a drug addict and shit, recovering drug addict, and then failing to recover type drug addict. But it's really good. And then the other son, Roman, played by Macaulay Culkin's brother, Kieran McCulkin. He is so funny. He is probably the funniest character on the show. But cousin Greg's so funny, but he's like dumb funny. He's just like so confused that it's funny. You're like, oh, poor Greg. Greg walks in, he's like, hey guys, and they're like, fuck you, Greg. And they're mad about the conversation they just had, but poor Greg gets hit with the bullets in the passing, you know what I mean? Like, that's why the show is funny, but it's like, oh man, it's like this rich and wealthy, powerful family, and they're trying to take their father's money, and they're not necessarily trying to take it, but they have a line of succession from him, and that's what the show is about. Is they're trying to jump each other, and they all have ideas, and they're trying to take it from him, and he's trying to give some of it to his new wife, but the kids are like, fuck this new wife, she's just taking your money, and the wife's actually with him 24/7. The wife seems to be actually much more with it than you would think. I don't know, but end of season 1's getting crazy, and they're on to season 4, so I can only imagine where this show's going. So I've been watching that, and yeah, we got Guardians of the Galaxy coming out Thursday, so we'll be talking predictions for Guardians of the Galaxy on Monday. We'll be talking what happened in the Western Finals on Monday. So stay tuned for that. And I'm about to film a Lego build video for tomorrow, for Saturday, and then I have another one already I've purchased, and I just need to build for next Saturday. So I might do that today, or this weekend is supposed to be rainy, so I might have some things to do over the weekend. Comment below, do you guys have any movie suggestions? Should I go see, comment below, should I go see Sisu? Are you going to see it? And do you already have your tickets for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? I know I do. Cannot wait. Me and Langone have already been talking about it. Thursday cannot come soon enough. I'll see you guys in the next video, though. Be safe, be well, and hit that like button. Smash that subscribe button if you're new. And in the links in the description below are my Instagram for Comically Boston and my Twitter link for Big Cam YouTube. So, see you guys in the next one. Peace.